Alright, checking in, see how this thing looks. Alright, what's going on? LF fam here, checking in for another video. Topic of the day, LF tip coming at you guys is gonna be bulking done right, something along those lines. Basically just talking about reverse dieting, when to bulk, how to bulk. We know that now the fall's coming in, you know, people not going to the beach as much, they don't really care about staying lean, and they want to start their bulk, right? Start growing season. So main thing with that, and there's nothing wrong with trying to grow, but just making sure that you're in a position to grow and grow without just putting on a shitload of crap of fat. So main thing would be first is be lean enough, right? Be in a position to be bulking. And then second, be accountable. You guys saw this coming. Track your freaking macros. Simply because what I see a lot done, and I've been there, horrible mistake is people try to bulk and it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna put on weight. I don't care where it comes from, where it goes to. I'm just gonna put on weight and I'm gonna worry about cutting it off later, etc. So yeah, no, that does not work. It is not how it works, and it's so much harder to get off the body fat than put it on, as I think everybody knows. So just going straight into a bulk is not a good idea. I've done dirty bulks. Let me see if I put up a nice little shot right here, where, you know, just even though I was tracking macros when I did that, I was tracking macros, but I was just downing everything. And you know, it's early in my macro counting days, so etc. But anyways, so again, putting on a good excess amount of fat is not good. It's not gonna lead to more muscle. Your body can only put on so much muscle as it can naturally, and anything else is gonna be used as fat. It's gonna be stored as fat. It's not gonna go into extra muscle or whatever you know. It's misbelief. So make sure you track your macros. Do a steady increase, slowly but surely. Don't try to increase more than like a pound a week. Not even that's kind of a good amount, but a pound a week, maybe max. And really what it comes down to is what you're doing is you're building a metabolism. A lot of the old school saying was, oh, eat 6 meals a day, it kind of builds your metabolism. That's just a confusion of correlation and causation, right? So what you're doing with your tracking and you're doing your 6 meals, right, is you're giving your body a steady number of macros. That's where your metabolism increases. That's where it really comes down to building a metabolism. It's not the 6 small meals, 2 hours a day, or whatever the case may be. That's being confused as to what it is. Your body likes steady numbers, right? Steady amount of calories that once it gets to that point that becomes maintenance. Let's say I'm eating 2,800 and then I stop growing, right? My metabolism tapped out at 2,800. Now I got to do 2,900, 3,000 to increase again, and then again, and then again. So if you're not even tracking to begin with, you have one day you can consume 4,000, the next 25, the next 37. There's nothing linear in that, in being done right there. So you're not giving your body anything to kind of like know how to use. So there you go. That's mainly failure with that, and your body's not, it's not being, efficient with what is given. So again, track your macros, make sure you're on point, and be lean enough to start. Because if you're at 14-15% body fat and you start bulking, your body's not going to turn that into lean muscle. Your body's going to just put on more body fat. So get down to a good amount, and then reverse diet. So hopefully you guys leaned out during the summer, right? Got to good, let's say 10%. That's a good number to go start lean bulking. And then start adding like 200 calories, 300 calories there. Slowly start bringing down your cardio a little bit. Don't just be like, all right, F cardio. I'm freaking eating everything I want, everything under the sun. And yeah, it's the quickest way to just mess yourself up. I've been there. It's so much harder to take it off than it is to put on. And you're just gonna kick yourself in the ass for that later. So reverse dieting 101. Make sure you're in the lean state to begin with. Slowly add the calories. Slowly draw back the cardio. And that's what would allow you to have good numbers when you're cutting down, when you want to get lean. Instead of starting at, you know, oh, I haven't been tracking, let me just start at 2,500. Boom. You know where you've been. You know how much you've been intaking. You can slowly start dropping it and dropping it and dropping it. And yeah, battery flashing on this sheet. Alright, so battery died on me right when I said that. So again, main thing is just be accountable. Don't go into a dirty bulk. Horrible choice, decision. And you just, it's it's being ahead of the curve, right? So if you're tracking when you're bulking, as I was kind of saying, you know where to go when you want to come down. You're building on your metabolism, you have accountability, you're able to adjust as you need to. If you hit a plateau and you haven't been tracking, where are you going from there? And I get the tracking could be tedious and all that, but it's just get started. Trust me, do it for one day, then the next, and it just becomes a habit, and it's not a big deal. And then you'll learn to have flexibility through doing so. It's not something that you take, you know, like with anything else, it's not something that you just pick up and run with overnight. It takes time, it takes practice. Do it for 3 days, give yourself 3 days, stick to it, and then go from there. So with that, just kind of want to touch topic on bulking a little bit. Hopefully that helped somebody out that wanted to just do a dirty bulk, that's gonna now be at least accountable and know what they're putting into their body as far as numbers go, and save them for the same horrific thing that I did, when I went up to 190, but not a clean 190 a few years ago. And there was just that phase where everybody was doing that dirty bulking, and yeah, you get strong, and this might be okay for somebody who's very, you know, from a very ectomorph and just started lifting, where they just want to, because yeah, you first start lifting, you want to put on as much size as you can, but just be in a position, don't have like 15% body fat and then go into a bulk, because you're not, your body's just gonna put on fat. You're not giving it any reason to put on a good amount solid muscle. So be lean, and then slowly start increasing your macros, your calories, drawing cardio back. And yeah, just want to touch the topic. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, answer somebody's question, save somebody from that path. And yeah, any questions down below, let me know, and peace.
Yeah, I gotta get used to that. Remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, man, give us a subscribe.